Hi, it's the Rawesome Vegan Gal here, and today you're just looking at some products. I have even more from a company called Eden Foods, and I want to thank Damien and Amanda for getting the products over to me, and also the entire Eden Foods family, which I'm sure is extensive. They've been in business for over 48 years now. So today I'm doing a video on seaweeds or sea vegetables. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about the company and then about seaweeds and their benefits. So this is going to be part one. And in part two, I'm going to actually talk about what you could do with them and then probably make a few things. It's not going to be a cooking class, but it'll definitely incorporate some of the different seaweeds and show you how to make things with them. So first I want to tell you about Eden Foods, and also I want to show you, this is their lovely bag that they gave me, beautiful Eden Foods bag. And also, another thing, I'm not wearing it because I figured it would be easier to show it to you, what it looks. So this is their beautiful organic Eden Foods t-shirt, and on the back it says, "Organic agriculture will change everything." So here's the t-shirt, you can see that. And that's their logo on the bottom. That's their Eden Food logo. So first I'm going to tell you about the company a little bit. And they're a 48-year independent, principled natural food manufacturer offering more than 400 authentic, organic, traditional, pure foods. And they have over 1,000 recipes on their website. And they also have a brochure, which I was not able to get, but it has all their products in there and tells you a lot about them. And so yeah, it's a pretty awesome company because they are independent. They don't use the USDA certified organic seal. They do their own thing, and it's actually on a higher level because they started before all this was even, people weren't even interested much in organic back in, I guess that was in the 60s. So seaweeds or sea vegetables they come from the sea, and I would call it the superfoods of the sea because we have land foods that also are considered superfoods. But these that come from the deep water, and to me they are superfoods because they have so many nutritional benefits that are so extensive. So I want to particularly talk about, and then I'll show you about their sea vegetables, that they've started supplying Japanese sea vegetables since 1968. And they also have something called dulse. I'm not doing dulse today. That's not kosher certified, and I'll talk about that as well. So their sea vegetables are purity, superb flavor, unique nutritional value. They're wild or cultivated, hand harvested from environmentally protected areas, and that's very important to know. And the benefits, like I said, are extensive. They offer phytonutrients, polysaccharides, vitamins, also can stimulate weight loss as a catalyst in the burning of fat. But again, I just want to say as a disclaimer, myself and Eden Foods and all their affiliates are not responsible. You know, you use this as a medicinal purpose. I'm not a doctor or don't claim to be, have, the medical ability. So this is just what they say it does. But, again, don't use it, if you have any issues. I don't think there's any issues with sea vegetables, but still, I just want to say that first. So let's see, sea vegetables, scientists have learned that sea vegetables have unique antibacterial, antioxidant, and immunity-enhancing benefits. And also, they have precious efficacy of sea vegetables in their cleansing effect. It's linked to the alginic acid, which is a polysaccharide abundant in brown algae sea vegetables such as Wakame, kombu, Arame, Hijiki, and Mekabu. And I am going to be showing you those seaweeds in particular. All of us are contaminated with heavy metals and chemicals from environmental pollutions. So metals like barium, mercury, lead, etc. So researchers at McGill in Montreal, McGill University, show that the alginic acid in sea vegetables binds with heavy metals, rendering them into forms that can be easily eliminated by us. That's really important. So pollutants that are stored in our bodies are drawn out and eliminating, lowering the body's burden. So this is in a brochure from Eden Foods talking about sea vegetables. In addition, it's been discovered that fucoidan, which is a polysaccharide found in brown algae, acts as an antioxidant and enhances immune system and cellular health, supports heart health, and protects the body against heavy metals. And within fucoidan is an important sugar called fucose, which is necessary for nerve cell communication to the brain, kidney function, reproductive health, skin hydration, and fostering healthy metabolism. So wow, who knew all that? I mean, now you got to go out and get yourself some seaweeds. Oh, and I didn't say, there'll be a link below this video to the Eden Foods website so you can check out all they offer, their products, their recipes, etc. So, just so you know too, everything, it says here, they're Arctic current grown, hand harvested, sun and wind seashore dried, cleanest radionuclide tested, pure, solely traditionally handled. They have 14 kinds that are wild and cultivated. So just so you know that, they might not have their certified organic on the products, but they are very, very meticulous about making sure everything is pure. So that's just some information. So now I'm going to show you specifically the products, and then there's a lot more information to share with you, and I don't know if I'll get to everything talking about the products. So let's first show you what we have here in our bag. So let's start with something very interesting, which can be used instead of to make Jell-O naturally without the chemicals that you get from the brand called Jell-O. So it's a Canton, we call it. It's called Agar Agar, which are sea vegetable flakes. So that's what it looks like. It's like a beigeish kind of color, and it also comes in bars. And it's a vegetable gelatin made of 2 kinds of sea vegetables, and it has thickening properties, and it has 0 calories. So if you're looking for something with no calories, this is the one to go with. And so you can make all different kinds of things with it, and it has a lot of trace minerals, phytonutrients that are not common in land source vegetables. And I'm probably going to make something with this next week, so I'll share that with you. And let's see what else I can tell you about Agar. It comes in flakes and bars as well. And let's see if I have any other nutritional information to share with you about it, because there are some interesting nutritional properties to different products. So Agar is rich in iodine, calcium, iron, phosphorus, as well as vitamin A, B complex, C, D, and K, and it's a mild laxative. So let's see if there's anything else here about Agar that I could tell you. Let's see. It's good for high blood pressure too, and it has, like I said, no calories. So that's really good. Okay, now the next one we'll talk to you about is Arame, or Arame. People pronounce it differently. So let me get that out of here. So this is hand-harvested wild Japanese, and I didn't say the sea vegetable flakes were a product of Japan as well. So Arame it's shredded, cooked, and sun-dried, so it's not raw. And it's fiber-rich, a good source of vitamin A, calcium, and magnesium. And so you can see in the bag, I'm not going to take it out, but it's these little pieces, as you can see, they look like almost little noodles, very thin noodles. And it grows wild, it says here. The ones that they have, the Eden of Ise, that's Ise Bay in Japan. And they're hand harvested during summer, sun-dried, cooked for 5 hours to tenderize, and then thinly sliced. And let's see. So on the package, it tells you that a half a cup, which is only 30 calories, has 5% potassium, 28% dietary fiber, it has 10% vitamin A, 10% calcium, 15% magnesium, 4% iron, 6% zinc, 10% vitamin A. So it's got a lot of good nutritional properties. So now let's tell you a little bit more about those nutritional properties. So Arame, or Arame, as I said, it's pronounced a little differently. Let me see where it is on here. Not seeing it on this paper for some reason. That's what I had it here. I have some more information here. It's high in protein, potassium, iron, calcium, iodine, vitamin A, B1, and B2. That's on this sheet. And then let's see what else I can tell you. I think that's about it for Arame, or Arame. And just so you know, in general, seaweeds can alkalize the blood, it says here, through supplying a very concentrated and balanced supply of minerals. So, like for example, with the Arame, you would soak it for just a very brief time, and it expands, because don't forget, it's concentrated, it's all dry. So they're all concentrated seaweeds. So you need less of it to get the amount of nutrients. And let's see what else. So that's the arame. Next is going to be the hijiki, which is also wild and hand harvested. We'll get that out of here as well. Let's find the hijiki. Find it in my bag here. I know it's here. Here we go. This is hand harvested wild. And I didn't tell you how many ounces. This is a 2.1 ounce bag. The Arame was a 2.1 ounce bag as well. And the Agar, if I can find that again, was a 1 ounce bag, just so you know. So as far as hijiki, it's sun-dried, steamed for hours, and dried again. A rich flavor and delicate texture. You do have to soak this longer, but it's very, very high in a lot of minerals. It's also hand-harvested from the Issei Bay, again in Japan. And it expands 4 times when soaked and cooks, it says, for a shimmering black that accentuates any palate. Now, some people, hijiki is very strong. For some people, they don't particularly care for it as much as others. It's like, has a very fishy smell. But I love hijiki. It's really, really good food. So let me tell you a little more about its nutritional value. Find some of my information here. So let's see, hijiki. So it says here, if you're concerned about where you get calcium on a low-fat, if you're a vegetarian or vegan, so 100 grams of hijiki contains 1,400 milligrams of calcium. I don't know what 100 grams is, but compare that to 10 milligrams of calcium in 100 grams of milk, where here you have 1,400. And it's high in iron and other trace minerals and low in calories. So let's see what else I can tell you about hijiki. There's some more information. Let's see. It's so yeah, it says here as far as calcium, 1 portion supplies 14 times the amount of milk. We said that. It also has phosphorus, iron, protein, vitamin A, B1, and B2. And let's see what else I can tell you about hijiki. It makes organs in the body flexible, and it's also good for high blood pressure. So that's good to know. So that's hijiki. And again, next week what I'll do is I'll probably soak them all for you to see the difference, like when they're dried and when they expand. It's amazing. So the next one is kombu, which is wild, hand-harvested raw. So we'll get out the kombu. And this is a wrong package. We find the kombu. I know it's here somewhere. I'm not seeing it. Unless I didn't get kombu. I thought I had kombu. I have wakame. Maybe I don't have kombu. That's interesting. I'm not seeing it in my bag, so maybe I didn't get kombu. I thought I did. I have wakame. No, I don't see kombu. That's interesting. Unless it's in the bag and I just am missing it. Okay, well I don't have kombu, but just to tell you about kombu, it's natural MSG, and it's good to flavor dishes. So if I can locate the kombu as we're talking, that's funny that I didn't get it, and I thought I did. So I do not see the kombu. So we'll go on to the next one. Is Mekabu Wakame, which is a different kind of wakame. It's actually these little tiny, if you can see them, they're very, very small, thin. It's ruffled flowering sprout of wakame seaweed located just above the root. It's wild grown and hand harvested from the pristine environment, again from the Issei Bay in Japan. It's cleaned and sun-dried before misting with pure water, shredded, and final drying. It's highly valued for its beneficial compounds such as fucoidin, which I mentioned before. And it's this rich, the polysaccharide is rich in this sporophyll that gives it its unique texture. It's mild and sweet, concentrated nourishment from the sea. So that's that. And then it has, in 1 teaspoon, and this is a 0.88 ounce package, in 1 teaspoon only, it has 60% iodine, 2% magnesium, and 2% niacin. So then the next one is actually wakame itself. So wakame comes in these long like strips, and it's also hand harvested in Japan. And let's see, what do they do? It's washed and sun dried, hand harvested January through April, and it's really easy. You just soak it for a very brief amount of time to use it. And so you know, too, a half a cup of this Has 8% vitamin A, 8% calcium, 4% niacin, 8% iron, 30% magnesium, 100+% iodine, and 4% phosphorus. So what else can I tell you about Wakame? Let's see some of the benefits. It's high in protein, iron, calcium, magnesium, large amounts of vitamin C, plus B12, as well as A, B1, B2, and niacin. Now, B12 is a controversial thing, so I can't guarantee that it has the B12. It's also good for eliminating nicotine toxin. That's interesting. I never knew that. And let's see what else, anything else I could tell you about Wakame. It's one of the most versatile of sea vegetables because you could just soak it and use it raw. You don't have to cook it. So that's Wakame. Now the next one, it also comes as flakes. I don't have flakes. Now most of the products I have here, just so you know, I get them kosher because there's issues of maybe little creatures in it. And now it's interesting with Nori. I thought that you have to get Nori to be kosher certified. But then I found out, I looked on a kosher certified website, certification, because I follow the kosher laws. And this was from the CRC, which is the Chicago Rabbinical Council, which is a very reputable kosher certification site. And I was checking on there, and they talked about Nori seaweed. And what they said about it is that both the toasted and the regular are acceptable without the supervision, without the certification on it, as long as there are no added kosher-sensitive ingredients, meaning if it was processed in some way and not just the plain Nori, like the snacks that they make now. But a thorough checking for insects and very tiny seahorses must be made. So you need to just look at the sheet using a light box or a very bright backlight. So you just hold it up and make sure that it doesn't have anything. But you can obtain Nori also kosher certified. But I'm going to show you the Nori that I have. I have two different kinds. I have one is in 10 sheets that are folded like this. And then I have another one which has 7 sheets that are toasted. These are the toasted ones, so they have more of a greenish color. You can see that in the light. And then these are black because they're haven't been toasted. So what I can tell about Nori is that, let's see, it's also cultivated in the Issei Bay in Japan. And they wash it, chop it, press it, and dry it. And then these are toasted, the others aren't. And then for one sheet, it has 8% vitamin A, 10% vitamin C, 2% niacin and magnesium, 2% phosphorus, 4% riboflavin. And Nori can be used in so many different ways. And it does also have some other nutritional benefits that I can share with you. Let's see, Nori, let's see, contains more vitamin A than carrots and is especially rich in vitamin C, B1, and D. It breaks down and eliminates fat in the body, making it especially beneficial to people who have eaten a lot of dairy foods. That's interesting. Let's see what else I could tell you about Nori. It's also high in protein. And let's see, my other sheets, I have a lot of information here. Let's see. I said protein, calcium, iron, potassium, magnesium, phosphorus, iodine. It lowers cholesterol and aids digestion. Again, these are all, I don't know if they're anecdotal. Some have been proven, like the one from McGill University. So some do have, validity. That's the Nori. So with the Nori, I'm actually going to open up. This one is the toasted one, and this has a resealable package. So I'm actually going to open it up to show you what it looks like. And these are the toasted ones, so it has a greener color. So just so you get a look to see what it looks like. So and then it's better to buy them already toasted than to toast them yourself, because sometimes you can burn it. So that's what it looks like. It has a greenish color. And again, if you're not a fan of fishy seaweed, it's best to start with the ones that are a little more mild, like the Wakame is more mild, and the Arame or Arame is more mild, in my opinion. But they definitely have so many nutritional benefits that I recommend that you do, as I said to you here, some of the information and the science that's behind it. There's actually a lot more science now behind it than there was before. So those are the products for today, and I thought I had kombu, but I don't. So maybe in the next video I'll have it. So I just want to go through the products that I talked about today and show them to you once again before I end this video. So we have the Agar Agar sea vegetable flakes. We have the Mekabu Wakame sea vegetable sporophyll. And then I have the Wakame sea vegetable. Then I have the Nori both the toasted that comes here and then the untoasted that's here. And then I have the Hijiki, or Hijiki, some people pronounce it H-A. And then I also have the Arame or Arame sea vegetables. So those are the products for today, and I hope you will definitely check these out. And next video I will be doing the actual recipes for you to try and hopefully, you know, use them in any capacity that you want. As far as, like, you know, go slowly if you've never eaten these before. You know, it might take some time to get used to, but they definitely have super amount of benefits. That's why I call them the superfood of the sea. And I thank you for watching. It's the Rawesome Vegan Gal.